Mm, to be honest, I would say that uh, I usually get my news on from social media platform like Facebook and TikTok. Every morning, I just scroll through my phone, my new face on my smartphone, which is very convenient because I can keep up with I can stay updated with everything happening around the world.
Have you read the news this morning?
Mm, to be honest, I haven't checked the news today I because I was a rush from my classes this morning. However, I have a habit of reading online article every evening, so I will catch up everything later tonight.
Do you often read newspapers?
Mm, well, I don't really I don't really read print newspaper anymore. Instead, I use online article from time to time because reading on a phone is much more convenient than carrying a heavy paper, and it's also more environmentally friendly.
Do you often talk with your friends about the news?
To be honest, not really. If we find something interesting on TikTok, we might share it, but we prefer talking about video games or school life rather than serious news. We just want to avoid stressful gossip.
Do you prefer to read local news or international news?
Mm, well, if I have to choose, I would say I learn more toward local news. I always pay attention to domestic events like local weather or traffic updates because they have a direct impact on my daily life more than global issues.
Do you enjoy reading magazines?
Mm, to be perfectly honest, I am a big fan of reading fashion magazine. I really enjoy looking at eye-catching illustrations and learn about new fashion trends, which helps me relax after a long day of study.
In which kinds of circumstances do you usually listen to the radio?
Well, off the top of my head, only time I listen to the radio is when I get stuck in traffic jams during my daily commute. my daily uh, my dad usually tunes into a local station to get updates about the road conditions.
Do you believe everything you read in newspapers? Why or why not?
To be honest, I don't trust everything blindly. If the information comes from official government newspaper, I will believe it. However, for small blogs, I always look into the facts carefully because anyone can write anything online.
Is social media very popular in your country?
Without doubt, I can say that social media has gained massive popularity in Vietnam. It has become an essential part of daily life for people from all walks of life who use it to stay in touch with family and watch viral videos.
Do you think you spend too much time on social media?
To be honest, I have to admit that I spend way too much time on these apps. Sometimes I just want to check a message but end up losing track of time for hours, which really affect my productivity and creates a huge distraction.
What kind of news do teenagers like to read? How about older people?
Actually, I don't think so. I know the social media can be very time consuming, so I set a strict limit for my screen time. If I didn't use the timer to control it, I would easily waste my day instead of focus on my studies.
How has technology changed the way people get information?
Mm. In my opinion, technology has completely transformed our reading habits in the digital era. This because the internet provides instant access to everything happening around the world, which is much faster and more convenient than waiting for morning papers compared to the past when people have to buy printed publications. Nowadays we can just scroll through news apps on our smartphones at any times. Therefore, technology has made information more be accessible to everyone than ever before.
Do you think fake news is a serious problem in today's society?
Well, I totally agree that fake news is a dangerous issue in modern life. This because online articles with sensational headlines can spread fast on Facebook and mislead millions of readers within hours. For example, during health crisis, false information about cures can cause public panic and harm people's health. Therefore, if people believe everything they read, it will cause serious server damage to the local community.
How do you think people will get their news in the future?
Personally, I believe that audio news and podcasts will become most popular choice. This means if people have a busy schedule, they won't have time to look at a screen and read long texts. For example, commuters will just tune into smart AI assistants in their electric cars to hear daily news summarizes during their journey. That is why I think voice-based information will will dominate the media market in the coming years.
Should advertising be more strictly regulated, especially when it targets children or teenagers? Have you- Do you, in, how do you think people, what's the influence of reading on people's lives?
I must say that reading regularly has a massive positive impact on our minds. This is because it not only helps us broaden horizon but also improves our critical thinking skills. Con đang quay với nội mà.
What's the influence of reading on people's lives?
I must say that reading regularly has a massive positive impact. Yeah. Impact on our minds. This is because it not only helps us broaden our horizon, but also improves our critical thinking skills when facing problems in life. For instance, students who have a habit of reading analytical articles can solve complex school tasks much better than those who just watch short video. Therefore, reading is a key tool for personal and academic growth.
How can individuals protect themselves from being misled by the media?
In my opinion, the best way to avoid being misled is to use reliable sources. This because many stories on social media platforms are written just to get views, not to tell the truth. For fact check is, for instance, if we see a shocking news or post on Facebook, we should look into official government channels or major news agencies to fact check it. Therefore, if people were more careful, they wouldn't be easily fooled on online rumors.
Should advertising be more strictly regulated, especially when it targets children or teenagers.
Well, totally agree that advertisements targeting young people should be strictly regulated. This is because children are still immature and easily controlled by colorful videos, which causes them to buy things blindly. For instance, as for junk food or expensive toys often target children who are too young to understand that these products can be a waste of money or bad for health. Therefore, government must put strict rules on young targeted marketing to protect families.